Motherfucker. I'm on the motherfucker. Motherfucker. It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
Welcome to the motherfucking podcast. This is comedian Vincent Bryant and
it's Man Sandal Man, aka the Mandal Man, aka Mandal aka Tevin Williams.
All right. It's a lot of names, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I try to have different identities to match the different personalities I have. Just like Samuel Jackson, as he takes on different roles in different movies.
Ooh, did y'all see that segue?
I'm gonna connect it.
That was fine.
If it's like a bunch of dots, I'm gonna connect all the dots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna connect all the dots. Y'all
He's
remember
an
that
astrologist.
game?
He's an
Yeah.
astrologist.
Astrologist, yeah, for sure.
What we watched this week? We watched Coach Carter.
We did.
Have you seen it? I know y'all seen Coach Carter.
For sure. I have seen Coach Carter. I saw it on MTV. They had them Puerto Ricans saying that N-word in there.
Yes, he did. But he's Afro-Latino, though.
But here's the thing. When he got out the car with all his homeboys, they was all Puerto Rican as well. It wasn't enough, I don't know how to say this, but purebreds.
Pure niggas.
For them to be using that N-word like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was real loose.
Real loose at the lips.
Oh, for sure.
Real
loose on the N-word. One thing, I don't know. What's the first part we're going to attack about this?
So we just usually, the name is Coach Carter. We watched it.
Yeah.
The runtime was 2 hours and 16 minutes. That is a long ass film.
For sure. Very long.
Too long for them niggas to lose at the end.
100%. Definitely want a winning story out. You want a reward.
But then again, ain't that what Coach Carter was fighting against? It's like,
for sure.
Fuck the basketball. How did they succeed? Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Did they win?
Hey, it was kind of funny that the entire movie is like, hey, bro, y'all not going to no NBA. Y'all need to get y'all some jobs, man. That was like the thesis. Like, y'all not that good at basketball. Hey, so the start of the story is, should I go through start it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Coach Carter's a simple movie, bro. This dude, he was the basketball star at some high school. Uh-huh. They suck at basketball, right? So they
terrible.
Exactly.
They won 4 games the previous year.
For sure. 4-22. So then what happens is Coach Carter is brought in to help them win.
Yeah. He's a former player. Still hold the records there.
For sure. And then he gets there and he's like, you know what? Y'all do suck. So how about we focus on getting y'all some jobs, man? How about we focus on making y'all some upstanding individuals?
You niggas are not going to make it.
Y'all are not. Listen, some of y'all going to go to college.
The most you can get out of this is a free education. Let's take education seriously.
For sure. That was the piece of the movie. Like, oh, no. These people so bad that we need to make sure that they not on drugs. Because we could, at least we gonna make some upstanding gentlemen. So it goes first. You see Channing Tatum, and he's super hip hop.
This is first movie too. Channing's first movie. Yeah, it is first time.
He's super hip hopped out.
Yeah,
and you got a couple dudes who look like they was in Hamilton.
Yeah,
and some cats with some do rags and Ashanti. So what
you feel like, you know how eras got particular actors? They had every one of them in here.
For sure. They had a lot of those. So they go into school. So then Coach Carter's like, hey, y'all need discipline. And they like, no,
he just want who?
We hate discipline. We hate structure. We hate uniforms. All we want to do is dunk. And
it was a lot of and one in this movie.
For sure.
It was a lot. It was like, is this the end or the beginning of the and one? This is 2004, so I feel like this was the end of and one.
My favorite thing about and one is that they were a advocate and a pioneer of the athletic shirt, not a tank top, not a t-shirt.
It was like, let's get loose with it. It was, you know why they made it like that? So you can tuck the ball up under there. Because they wanted a tank top, but then niggas was like, nah, I need to hide the ball.
Exactly. So it just like,
you ever pulled that off? You ever pulled it off? Like dribble and then threw the ball up under there?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not an athlete. I played basketball growing up, and my stepdad was the coach.
All right,
we're
going to come back. Jesus, we're going to come back.
Okay, but back to the story. So look, then Coach Carter says, hey, man, y'all need to get together. He get them contracts, right?
Yep.
He get them the contracts. With the contracts, they say, hey, man.
2.3 GPA, do not skip class, and wear a tie to the game, to game day.
And parents are like, that's crazy. 2.3. You expect my
one lady was upset. Like, I'm not going to get no tie. He's like, Goodwill down the street, they 50 cents a piece. She's like, I'm not that broke.
Hey, bro, I was just about to mention that, bro. It was like, hey, what do you want, bro? My favorite thing was like, it was like an uproar when he said, hey, y'all gotta, okay.
A 2.3 is a C plus average.
And them cats was like, nah, you really tripping, Coach Carter. Where we come from, we don't get C's to play no basketball.
And he said it because if you get a 2.3, you have to score lower on your ACT. Versus if you got a 2.0, you got to score higher. So he's like, look, bro, we know y'all can't take tests.
Yeah.
So just get a higher GPA so you won't have to pay. I want you to go to school.
For sure. He had the right mentality, bro. He was like, hey, bro. Because it was some stuff I disagreed with him on, but I did agree with him like, hey, man.
Hold on. What did you disagree with him on?
Hold on. I want to get through the movie.
Go ahead. Come on.
We're going to get to the movie. So then he tried to get them to sign a contract. Some of them say they not going to sign a contract. He said, yeah, you got dipped.
One of them niggas couldn't read the contract.
For sure.
It was a few of them like.
They kept mentioning bro couldn't read.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah. Okay. He like, man, get this stuff out of my face. He started ripping it up. It's like, that ain't what you mad about. You mad because you don't know what to say.
It's all right.
So then parents say, hey, man, we don't like this, whatever.
Called a town hall meeting about school. Ain't nobody.
Sure.
It was let's get this nigga out of here because he want better for our kids.
100%. They want them to, follow the same path. So
Voted him out.
So then now he's at the courts. He making them practice a lot. One of the drug dealer dudes decide to come back. One dude who's playing basketball, he's getting noticed that he might go to college, but he got Ashanti pregnant.
Yep.
So Ashanti is like, yo.
Also her first movie.
For sure. So Ashanti's like, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm doing this whole pregnant thing. I'm
thinking about keeping this thing.
I'm about this birth lifestyle, And then he like, but I'm supposed to go to school. And she like, man, I'm having a kid.
We gonna have a baby and we gonna work. And he like, that ain't what I'm on.
That ain't what he want to do. He want to, dribble up and down the court.
Yeah.
So eventually, a part of my famous blood actor. What's
my nigga with the eyes.
What's my man name?
I'm gonna look it up.
Skeeter Big Brother.
Yeah.
Cousin Skeeter Big Brother.
Straight gangster.
What's his name? I gotta look him up.
Cousin Skeeter brother. We should.
Cousin Skeeter older brother. He's a known blood. Cousin Skeeter.
Let's look at the cast. Let's check it out. Robert Richard.
Robert Richard.
Yeah. This is the guy with the eyes.
Robert Richard, green eye dude. He was Cousin Skeeter Big Brother. He was on 1-on-1.
Picture gonna be right there.
Big. You seen him and everything. He is Coach Carter's son, so he go to private school.
Hold on, wait. I want to find time. When did this nigga find time to get jumped in?
I remember when he said that, and he pulled a rag out too, which means he knew he was gonna say that in the interview.
Yeah, he knew. He was letting people know.
Yeah,
is that his initiation? Hold on, cause it's like if he getting jumped in, like wait, not in the face. I gotta shoot a movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure it was like, we're gonna only hit you in the chest, and then he was like,
that ain't enough. So go rep us in the interview.
Yeah, rep us in the interview. 20 years after your career, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what happens if he got cast to play a Crip? Would he have said no?
He method acting, bro. He would have been like, nah, like I had to
He was a Crip, not a Blood.
Oh, wow. I got it wrong. My apologies.
Just like I got last week, I was wrong.
I had to step in as the producer, so y'all ain't
there we go.
Come for you.
Bro, thank you.
Last week I was wrong. I said Sam was from Atlanta. He is not from Atlanta. He is from somewhere in Tennessee.
Ooh.
I was wrong. Sam Jackson.
His grandma is at a nursing home in Chattanooga.
Okay.
I'm from Chattanooga. That's why I know that.
Okay.
All right,
but he's from Chattanooga, and
there we go.
Not fucking give a shit about Chattanooga.
Dang.
I don't think he cares.
Nah.
Okay. Well, dang. My bad. I'm sorry. I did not mean to confuse
everything still
game.
applies. He still had to get jumped in.
For sure. So look. So what happens after that is he plays the son. So he says, "Hey man,
I want to come to school here because he was at a private school.
He want to come and play for his dad, which is weird because people don't really like being around their parents who work at the school. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you want to be up on this? You got to see this nigga at home.
Also, this man is sending you to this private school because he think you got a career in
better
basketball.
chance.
He trying to get the kids at his school. He trying to get them in the workforce. You know what I'm saying? He trying to
somewhere.
Like
anywhere but dead.
So then he make his own contract.
3.7 GPA, which is like, bro, you doing too much.
Yeah, for sure. You trying to make it.
You couldn't bargain.
He know his daddy. He know his daddy. He
said 3.2, and his daddy's like, if you gonna come 3.7, like, god damn.
Yeah. He know his daddy. That's why he came in the contract. He like, hey, I know how my pops get down. Bring the contract so the son come over there.
Another thing I know, this nigga just withdrew himself from school.
What age is that?
What age is that?
Bro, that was a weird thing for me.
Did you know you could withdraw yourself from school?
I don't think you could do that, bro.
You can drop out because it's high school dropouts. Your parent, what age? Is it 18?
But okay, here's one thing. I think you could.
He was a freshman. How did he pull out of school?
I think he could drop out, but I don't think he could register himself in another school.
So that's why he had to call him.
For sure. Maybe his mama did it.
Maybe.
That's something.
But also, people be dropping out of high school, and if I would have known what I would have left, I don't know.
Yeah, you left high school?
No, I finished.
Okay,
I finished college. I went all the way through.
I went out of college too. Very cool. So look, then after that happens, his sons come over there, so now they playing sports, right? So to speed it along, they start getting fire. You know, he teaching them good basketball.
8-0, 9-0,
They
12-0.
undefeated. And then out of nowhere,
they wasn't that good. They were high school good. Meaning they pressed, and a lot of times high schoolers can only go one way, and there's usually only one good player on each team. So it's really just, hey, let's let everybody else do their thing because they suck. Yeah. But if you press the ball enough in high school, you'll win a lot of games.
Exactly.
That's why he had them conditioning so much.
For sure, had them running around, and come to find out, all the running was for a real reason.
And that was?
You got to think about it. Sometimes you might be guided a certain way, and you might be blind to it, but see the reasoning come later. That was the theme of the movie.
That was
Exactly.
Inadequate. What is your deepest fear? He kept asking that question.
So
even in mid-game, it's like with 3 seconds left, it's like, nigga, fuck my deepest fear. What is the play?
Exactly.
Can we get some X's and O's?
It was very interesting. He never believed in them playing basketball.
No.
So then eventually the movie keeps going, and you realize throughout the whole movie, he like, hey, y'all better get them grades up. Y'all better get them grades.
And the teachers didn't even want to send in progress reports. That's the other thing. They was hating on his whole program. It's like, why is everybody against this man better than these people?
Exactly. Because they think that these kids gonna go to the NBA, bro. So then eventually he said, y'all ain't got no grades together?
Locked down.
He locked the gym up.
David Stern locked down.
Locked the gym up while they undefeated.
16-0.
He made them all get their grades up.
Then they come back.
Get
granted into the playoffs.
They get invited to the the tournament.
Yep.
And then they play some more games, right?
I think they play like 1 or 2 more games, and then they get to the playoffs, and them niggas lose.
They lose the game. The whole movie
to a lefty on the last second shot.
100%. They lose the game.
Something Crane.
I can't remember
his name is Crane. His last name is Crane.
For sure.
That was his nickname too. They called him the Crane. It was
the
like,
Crane.
Okay. He had a nice little jump on him.
He lose the game, and then they just show you a montage.
And we hopeful.
That's where that come from.
So that's where this comes from. Exactly. And they started breaking down where these characters went. So that's Faith Evans and Twister.
For sure. If you ever seen one of those memes where like somebody's like saying, and now Darius has his own veterinarian
and
school.
We hopeful.
It comes from Coach Carter, bro. It comes from Coach Carter.
Yes, it is.
Here's what I'm wondering. I don't have the list of everything that them dudes became.
I know one of them, like 4 of them went to play basketball. Somebody else was like, I don't know, bro. I didn't even care. I didn't even care. It was like, bro, y'all niggas lost, bro.
Yeah, each of the characters became something different, bro.
So,
I can't remember, did dude have the kid?
No, she ended up losing the baby. Ashanti, she killed the baby. They broke up, and she was like, I'm going to make a decision for myself. It's like, I shouldn't keep this kid.
Yeah. Dang.
I shouldn't keep this kid. So this film had a $30 million budget, and they made $77 million at the box office. So $47 million profit.
That's pretty good.
That's a good return on the film.
With the 64%.
This beat out Meet the Fockers.
Wow.
The first week, this beat out Meet the Fockers. This beat out one of them. I don't know which one it was.
64% Metacritic, which means the critics thought it was bad, but then the folks thought it was good, which is always the best.
That's always the thing, because the people gonna let you know.
For sure.
Whenever the critics like a film too much, it's like, oh, people usually don't understand this film.
For sure. Feel good movie. A lot of funny parts.
It's a kind of feel good because they lost in the end.
They lost at the game, but it was like they said I'm more than the basketball court. Now, let me get to the stuff where I felt like Coach Carter kind of tripping.
Let's go.
Coach Carter.
Yep.
Whenever you did something wrong,
500 push-ups.
he was letting out astronomical push-ups.
I don't think arms can do 500 push-ups.
And then you talk about he say 1,000. It's like, hey man, you can't do that, bro.
Practice is usually like an hour. I say an hour and a half, 2 hours. No, a prisoner, them niggas in jail can't even do 500. Yes, they probably could.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When he said 500 push-ups,
did you quit? Did you quit when he said 500?
For sure. I got on the ground and was like, how many push-ups I could do?
How many you get to?
6.
Okay.
I did 6 push-ups before my arm.
Was it 4 in the pause and then you got 2 out, or was it like 6 straight through?
Okay, it was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
5. Then. And then when I hit that 6, my arm said, my arm said, that's enough. Not even pain. Just
I'm done.
That's it. Like,
this all you gonna get out of me.
We are no longer holding up your body in this position,
nigga. How many suicide? I hate the name of that exercise.
For sure.
Suicide is like, bro, that's...
You gotta cool it. You got call it run back and forths. Call it run back.
Touch the lines.
Yeah,
give me 1,000 touch the lines.
There you go. You can play sports for real. That's a good 1,000 touch the lines. You go back, you say, hey man, you touch it. And then if you call it touch the lines, then you could put a little variety on it. Maybe like you do half touches, right?
Yeah, 4-finger touch.
You don't do the full court sometimes. But suicide is like,
it just
puts
like
a burden on it. Nah,
you don't know what these kids going through at home.
You know something? They probably could have did more suicides if it wasn't called suicide.
Yeah.
Everything, bro, mentalities around things.
90% of sports is mental.
For sure. If you just call it touch the lines, I could do 1,000 touch the lines.
Yeah, which line you want me to touch?
But
coach?
I can only do 1 suicide and then that's it.
Yeah, because I'm done after that.
Exactly, bro.
So that's a terrible name for exercise.
Change the name of that. That was a big issue I had with bro. Also, it is like, hey, bro, if these cats is, when they wasn't playing basketball, they robbing, they gangsters, they selling drugs, let them play that basketball.
To say that.
yeah.
But he was also not an encouraging guy. Because you remember when the dude it's one kid that got kicked off the team the very first meet. And then he came back, he was like, I want to play, coach. All right, cool. He was like, but the dude was over there trying. He was like, go home, Ruiz. You ain't gonna do it, Ruiz. It's like
we gotta explain that a little better. So
yeah,
it was the gangster Puerto Rican who loved the N-word.
Yes,
he
Afro Latina guy.
Whatever. Hey man, that's So look, that cat says, you know what? I want to live. First off, let's backtrack a little bit. We are a little messy podcast, but it's okay. Let's backtrack a little bit, bro. That cat pretended to rob his homeboys as a joke.
It wasn't funny.
And that wasn't funny, bro.
It wasn't funny.
He pulled up in the car and pointed guns at their heads and said, give me your money. He was like, come on, I'm just playing.
That's not a joke.
I'm like, bro, we no longer buddies, bro. Like, you
had a gun to my face.
You bugging. That cat said, hey, man, y'all are actually doing something good in here. I want to play basketball again. He give this man how much? What it was like 1,500, like
2,000 something.
2,000 suicide.
A lot of shit, and it said by Friday. He gave him a nice little grace period. It was like, oh damn, that's cool. I can do this, but
the number was so big. So then he didn't get the number off. First off, there's 2 parts about that bothered me. First, he didn't get the number off, and Coach Carter could have just gave him a pass, bro. It's like, hey, bro,
you tried.
He done did thousands of these. He done proved that he wanted.
His body was hurt.
Second, a student is the one who kept the numbers up.
It's like, hey.
And had the clipboard. I was like, hey, bro. Cause
what you got against me?
Coach Carter was like, hey, how many he did? And Cuz was like, he about 200 short. Hey, bro, sit down, bro. Just say he did it. I was like, why did he even pretend like it was like he didn't have the number? You know what I'm saying?
But the team came to his rescue. If you've seen the movie, I'm pretty sure you feel that they end up doing the touch the lines and the push-ups for him. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was a team bonding moment. You know what I'm saying? They took the burden off his shoulder because, had he been going out there, he would have been out for a few weeks.
Oh, for sure.
And hold on, he played the game the next day.
Oh, for sure, he did. That boy was real.
That's not how that worked.
And he working that night job robbing people.
And selling drugs.
That man.
Ruiz
was active, man. Ruiz really was good.
He was getting busy.
He
was getting busy. He like selling dope, hitting threes. You know what I'm saying?
For
He was out there getting busy.
He
was out there getting busy.
Man. I feel like overall, how many? What would you rate this movie?
I would give this film 3 motherfuckers out of 5.
Okay. I'm gonna go 3 as well, bro. It was one of the movies where you watch, you say, okay, that was cool. But it definitely was like, oh.
This not even one of the best basketball sports films overall. We can list it off.
For sure.
Like, all right, we're gonna come back, but this not even one of the best basketball sports movies.
Nah. I think if you go on basketball movies, it's not very high. But people enjoyed this though, for sure.
I got Juwanna Mann over this.
Juwanna Mann's a good time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Juwanna Mann's a good time.
Because Tommy Davidson was getting busy in there.
For sure. My favorite part of Juwanna Mann, which is a movie without Samuel Jackson, was when she would bathe in the shower with her jersey on.
Fully clothed.
And that was enough to fool everybody.
Women are way smarter than that.
Yeah, like I thought that was Juwanna Mann's a good one. Like Mike is a good one.
Ooh.
Like Mike is a good one. Like Mike's a great movie.
Like Air Bud might be a better.
We keep talking about Air Bud.
Air Bud is gonna be a special guest on our podcast every episode. We're gonna find a way to get him in there.
Air Bud is a better basketball movie than Coach Carter. I'm gonna be.
What's another
I'm trying to think of some other basketball movies that you never. Space Jam, but Space Jam actually a fantastic movie. So that's
Space Jam is a great movie. Space Jam 2 is a better basketball movie.
I ain't seen Space Jam 2.
I'm lying.
That is a bold claim to say Space Jam 2 is better than anything.
I'm lying.
I never seen Space Jam.
That was a terrible movie. I'm sorry, LeBron. You did everything. You can do it everything. We found one thing he's bad at.
Yeah,
lying and playing basketball while playing basketball.
Coach Carter. I think it was the point was it like these kids need to put down these basketball dreams.
How do you rate Sam Jackson's performance in this one?
He killed that.
He don't do bad movies.
Nah.
He don't do bad movies.
He definitely killed that. He definitely was an annoying coach for sure.
I felt it was like, I would hate to play for. I would run through a brick wall for him, but I would also be like, it'd take me a minute to adjust to his style.
It depends on what side you was on. I feel like if you were just like a straight edge, you made good grades, he that's your guy.
That's my guy. He gonna fight for me.
If you was a cat who was like cool and fun, that boy would have got on your nerves.
Yeah, I was a bad student. Can you remember your GPA in high school, man?
Bro,
Would you have made the team?
I did great in high school. College is where I lost it.
I did better in college. I had more freedom. But high school,
I did great in high school.
You couldn't keep me in class.
I was the SGA
I had a desk in the principal office.
For real?
Nah, but I could have.
Yeah, I was the president.
My middle school years, I would just go lay down and talk to my principal like a therapist. And I just passed 6th grade just being cool
That's
with him.
hard.
He just passed me along.
Yeah, I used to be a very unlikable person, but I definitely made good grades in high school. I was the SGA president. I was dubbed.
What is SGA?
The president of the school, of the student government.
So somebody had to. That don't correlate, Mandal.
What you mean?
For you to be voted as president, people had to like you.
Yeah, I was, bro. I was the first Trump, bro. Like I legitimately.
You galvanized the dumb.
For sure, I went, and everybody was already in SGA, and I went up there and I did a funny speech.
Oh, you won.
And I won, and then I was dubbed by my principal the worst president of our school's history. She told me that to my face. She said, "You are the worst SGA president."
Was she joking?
No, she was dead serious.
What?
She said I was the worst president of our school's history. I didn't do anything. I didn't do the that was the first year they didn't do the teacher appreciation week.
Did you have any other superlatives, Mandal? High school?
Great debaters. So I was just captain of my debate team for a little while until
debaters make great comedians.
I was doing that until we started doing real debate against schools that actually had better funding. And then that's when I quit because I didn't know that I actually had to learn stuff.
You ain't want to compete?
Nah, because like in regular debate, they just talking fast.
Yeah.
And they reading through stuff. And I'm like, nah, I just want to argue. You know what I'm saying? I just want to argue and be like, nah, y'all wrong.
With no facts.
For sure. No, for sure. Just say nonsense. But yeah, I was the worst.
How long did you keep your president's job?
I did it for a year. Before
Which year was this? Senior year, junior year?
This was the senior year. Before I was the Mandal man, I was the dirt man. So the dirt was determination, intelligence, responsibility, and trustworthiness. And we had these T-shirts with my face.
Say that one more time.
Dirt. I used to be called the dirt man in high school.
To break it down, what that mean again?
Determination, intelligence, responsibility, and trustworthiness. It's a true story.
All right.
And as the dirt man, I was telling people the dirt to vote, and we had T-shirts with my face on it, and it was like dirt to vote. Everybody dirt to vote. We had a great campaign. It was Trump, bro. We had a great campaign. I was really
you had
stupid.
You set your part. You had merch.
I had merch, bro. I'm not saying this in like a way to be absurd. Like, it was the same exact thing. Like, I said a bunch of stuff that people like. We gonna have.
You had buzzwords.
Man, we gonna have popsicle day. Man, every Friday we eating popsicles. If you a freshman.
If you would say cheese fries, you would have got my vote.
Bro, if you a freshman, you'll believe whatever I'm saying. I'm like, man, we gonna do the worm.
I don't think freshmen
when I win,
should
everybody
vote.
gonna do the worm.
This sound fucked up, but freshmen shouldn't have been able to vote. They just got there.
I think most of my vote was freshmen because they didn't know me. They just heard me talk. I think no upperclassmen voted me because they're like, that man is about nonsense. And then I won, and I didn't do nothing but walk around in a suit. I would wear a suit. I'll walk around, and I'll be like, what going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all both going to school? Okay.
How long did you wear a suit at school for?
I will wear one once a week. I will wear a suit once a week. I had like
a different suit or once this is the suit.
So sometimes I wear a suit, or sometimes I might just wear a tie. You know what I'm saying?
With a t-shirt?
No, with a shirt on, like a whole, like I had like both.
That'd have been crazy if you had a t-shirt.
I was like a cat who was like, oh, I'm wearing suits. So I used to be like a skateboard cat, and then I fell on my face. This is all that had nothing to do with something. I used to be a skateboard cat, but then I fell on my face, and my face started bleeding, and I was like, oh, I can't do this activity no more.
You done with that?
So then I full transition into a conservative. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Hey, could y'all get in the back of the line, niggas, and let these good white people eat first? Thank you.
I had put a suit on, and the suit was
They got you over the hump.
You said what?
They got you.
Oh, for sure.
I was there all TC, so one day I didn't have no clothes clean.
That gun.
I ain't had no clothes clean, so I just wore my RTC outfit. I was like, oh, I thought we had to dress out today. I was like, nah, I just have the clean clothes.
But that was a good move. ROTC, if you was in ROTC, when your back was against the wall, you could just pull out that I'm going to the military, man. I'm going to serve my country. Like when everybody's applying to schools.
I never pulled that card.
But if everybody's applying to schools and you had that real bad GPA, you could be like, man, I'm going to war, man.
Damn,
I'm going to fight these terrorists.
While we speaking on Coach Carter and GPA, should there be a GPA to join the military?
Nah.
It has to be, bro.
I totally disagree with that.
No. It's the reverse. If you over a certain point, you can't join.
Oh, interesting.
Because you got to be mindless to do some of that shit they be doing.
I disagree with you though, because you need some of them computer nerds. It depends on what side you on.
What branch in the military?
Now, if you on the side of being a decent human and trying to bring the world together, then maybe, hey man, you should probably listen it up. But if you're on the side of, ruin society as we know it, you gonna need some of them gaming nerds to work them drones that they be using.
Yeah, them Obama drones.
Yeah, that cat was tripping, man. He was. I think if you go kill folks, you gotta at least be in vicinity of them, bro.
Yeah, they gotta at least know who.
Yeah, they gotta at least feel it. It can't be like Grand Theft Auto.
You ever thought like he had? Stuff. You ever thought like he had dinner plans and somebody was like, "Hey, will you sign off on this drawing?" Like, yeah, whatever. I gotta go eat this steak.
You know something, bro? I be thinking that, but at the same time, bro,
this wasn't thought out.
At the same time, though, you gotta get these folks. They gotta know what they doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's that simple. At least I would wish.
You hope it ain't.
I would at least it's like a 3 or 4 act of authorization before you go murder some folks. No. I would wish that.
We don't act like that.
I wish that there has to be like a. Hey, he say, hey, you do this, and then like maybe like they sent him an email.
That's
saying,
not
hey,
how.
Y'all, we don't found some weapons over here. You want us to do this? He said yes, and then the email automatically. You know how Google, if you try to send an email and you don't got no subject on it,
yeah,
it be like, hey, you ain't got no subject. Maybe it sends him a notification that says, "Hey, you know this murdering 3,000 people," and he got to click yes and type in a password.
You talking about like bringing back Clippy from like old Microsoft Word? Back?
Yeah.
It looks like you're trying to do a drone strike against an unarmed citizen. Are you sure?
There we go.
Exactly, and then maybe he got to type in his iPhone password before he confirm it. That's what I was hoping to be like. I don't want it to be like a loosey-goosey
I don't think.
murder
Here's
situation.
the thing. This is what I think. It starts way before they even do the strike. It's like, we made this weapon. He was like, I wonder how we could use this.
For real?
Because think about the atomic bomb and the H bomb and all that. They developed those before they dropped those. So they knew, like, it's like having gun energy. Like, you got a gun on you. You just wait for somebody to say something. Even the parking meter, like, nigga, you gonna give me a ticket for what?
For sure. Yeah.
So what we be having is like, you say what?
For sure.
Oil prices what?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what would happen. But yeah, man, they need to make a move with Samuel Jackson play the president.
Has he been the president?
He has it.
He been a negotiator. He been a lot of shit.
They should make a Samuel Jackson.
I think
move.
this is his first basketball film. Coach Carter's his first
sure.
basketball coaching film. This is the first
He should
one.
be the leader of some sort of country, man.
Oh,
for sure.
okay. I'll ask you this: would you want to play for Coach Tibbs and saving Remember the Titans, or would you want to play for Coach Carter and Coach Carter?
Man,
two different sports, but
You know something's interesting though.
They got very similar.
2014, Samuel Jackson stars in a movie called Big Game with the synopsis: a young teenager camping in the woods helps rescue the president of the United States when Air Force One is shot down.
And
Sam Jackson is the president. So.
Goddamn, Sam! He been everything.
Big Game.
That's the next one.
Big Game.
That's a big game. We gonna watch it. What is it rated? What's it rated?
I'm just on IMDb right now. Let me see. It's got IMDb rating of 5.4 out of 10, and that's from 33,000 reviews.
I am with that. I enjoy a movie that did just fine.
Just all right.
Just all right.
So the coach, the actual Coach Carter,
yeah,
when asked what actor he wanted to play him, wrote on a napkin, Samuel Jackson.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is one. A lot of the films that Sam got, like early on, is because somebody else was considering it. Say for instance, I'm gonna say, but a lot of the films like I'm just gonna. And he said in the interview, he's like, I just want to act. I'm gonna take after X or Z or Y that didn't want this film. I took it and I did what I did with it and I freaked it. And then Sam developed his own style from there. But I think nobody else could have done this movie. I don't think nobody else could have done this role.
I think he did that job great. Only person who could have did it outside of him was probably Denzel Washington or something.
Yeah, and I think he was done with it.
For sure.
He's like, this is Remember the Titans, but with basketball.
I wonder how many roles him and Denzel both got considered for.
Lots.
You know what I'm saying?
But they so different. I don't see a role be like, I wrote this. Like, I don't see him playing Steven in Django. I don't see Denzel doing it.
That's true. That's real.
I don't see him doing that. But there are certain things like, oh yeah, Denzel could have did this. They both could have freaked this.
For sure.
One thing I haven't seen Denzel do is comedy, and I think that's why Samuel Jackson is the better actor.
Yeah, because Samuel Jackson can definitely do a funny role too.
He can. And he didn't say motherfucker in this film because he was playing a coach. He did
He
curse, but he did not say motherfucker, and I'm upset about it.
Sometimes you got
because it was moments where he could have said it.
Yeah.
Run the motherfucking play.
He definitely could have ran that. He definitely could be like, when that lady said, "Well, we not broke," he could let one out right then and there, bro.
Did this motherfucker just say that? That's what he could have said.
100%. 100%.
So the overall theme of this film was, y'all ain't making it to NBA.
Nah. Y'all not going to the NBA. And by the way, y'all need to not.
You ever had a moment like that?
Oh, for sure. I've had multiple of those moments in stand-up, bro.
Fuck stand-up.
But
I had a high school teacher tell me, Mr. Kokoskis, he was my social studies teacher in my freshman year. Yeah. And he was asking, like, what y'all want to be? What y'all going to do after this? What's the plan? Da-da-da. I was like, I'm going to the NFL. Da-da-da. He was like, nigga, you 5'8" and 140 pounds? You're not going anywhere.
That's
I
real.
was just like,
I'm glad he said
I ain't doing
that,
no more homework in your class. But now that I look back at it, he was trying to save me.
He was trying to say, if he wouldn't have told you that, you probably would have been still trying to pursue that. You probably would have been in somebody flag football
body
league.
let me know. My body let me know it was done. Like my freshman year, I broke my wrist tackling somebody. My sophomore year, I was ineligible because I didn't do my homework. Then my junior year, I broke my collarbone. Yeah. So it was just like, this ain't you, Jack.
I would say the same was for me, but
senior year, I got locked up. And then I got kicked off the team. So football wasn't it.
Yeah, wasn't go work.
It wasn't it.
I had the same experience, except like I went to college I had a law scholarship.
Okay.
So I was supposed to go be a lawyer. And,
What happened to that?
Okay, I went to school, and they said, "Hey man, you gotta read." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't really."
That's a lot of that.
I don't really do no reading. I don't really know how to do that well. I do a lot of. I can pretend like I can read. But
So this feel like debate all over again. Like you got that.
for sure.
No, I thought we was just gonna do what I saw on TV.
Yeah, this whole time I thought I was gonna finesse around the reading, and then it was like, oh no. I cannot do that.
Did you play sports in high school, man?
I played sports up until middle school. I played every sport growing up as a little kid, but I was bad at all of them. And
How bad? Like what is your definition of bad?
Bad as
because you talk down on
I've
yourself.
never scored a point. I played sports.
Did you get a stat? Because you can be like Draymond. Draymond don't score a lot, but he affect the game.
All right. So let's say from 5 years old to, let's say I stopped playing sports around 12. In that span, I got 1 sack. I got 1 fumble recovery.
Was it a pivotal sack?
It was. The fumble recovery was pivotal for sure.
Did you hurt your stomach when you dove on the ball?
Yeah, because you know when you. All right, now you. Hey, I don't know if it's same in St. Louis, but you get into something. You know, all right, in Atlanta, if you play rec ball, if you was over a certain weight class, they put a yellow stripe on your helmet.
This did not happen. We just had like weight classes, like a heavy, 13 heavy, unlimited weight. Them were the big boys. Like, all right, don't matter. Right before high school, yeah.
In Atlanta, if you was over a certain weight in rec ball, they put a yellow stripe on your helmet. Yellow stripe mean you can't play no skill position. You could only play the line. You could play offensive line, defensive line. You could play return team or a kickoff team.
Return team, you might get the ball.
But you can't be you couldn't be a tight end. You couldn't be
that's fucked up.
For sure. If you was fat, you had to be on that line.
Because you was going to hurt somebody's child.
For sure. So a part of that was the only time that you could really run is if you caught an interception
or got a fumble recovery.
So then the dude, they hiked the ball. It was like
you had to be in the game to get this, Mandal. So you was in the game.
For sure. So they hiked the ball, and I was a good rusher. Like I wouldn't get the sack, but I would create a lot of
hurries.
For sure. So like they hiked the ball, miss height. I get the ball and I just jump on it. And all the other fat dudes like, but why you ain't run? You could have ran. Why you ain't run? And I'm like, man, I was just trying to secure the ball. They was so mad. Because they was like, I finally going to be a fat person who got the run.
They would have went wild.
Yeah,
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
They were like,
bro, if I would have ran the ball, because one dude on our team.
You probably would have fumbled if you would have ran.
Bro, one dude on our team got the ball, bro. And he ran and he got a touchdown, bro. We celebrated for like.
Y'all could have lost that game, but it was a win for y'all.
For sure.
Did you play basketball too?
I played basketball. I touched the ball 2 times. My stepdad was an assistant coach. One time we was playing. Our coach was a lady, and one time she had a meeting during practice, and then my dad was like, "What going on? Man, let y'all get some shots up." Yeah. And then he made everybody just keep shooting shots while she was gone. And then it was like, "Man, you need to coach, man." And then he was helping out coaching, and I got it in 2 times. I passed the ball twice. I remember telling my mama, like, you saw I touch the ball? She was like, you did. And I could tell at that moment she was calculating what's the next activity she gonna get me into outside of sport.
We're going to find your instrument.
Yeah. Because athletics.
What sport led you to instruments?
Okay, I tried to play instrument. I was going to play drums because of drumline. When drumline dropped, everybody wanted to play the snare.
Right.
Tried to play drums, but then I got caught selling candy in class, so I got kicked out of band.
You sold candy too, Mandal?
For sure.
I sold candy. My math teacher, I had to give him Milky Way so I could hustle in the class.
For real?
One of my teachers, I gave him Snickers so I can go to extra lunches and get my hustle on.
For real? But I my jump was
my hustle was so smooth, though. I made sure I got every dollar. So, like, I would charge 75 cents.
Yeah.
I know you ain't had 3 quarters. I know you had $1. You let me keep that change.
That's hard. That's hard. That's fly.
You let me keep that change.
That's fly. That's fly. I did it the wrong way. I had them Laffy Taffies like this.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get them off for 50 cents.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I feel like
inflation.
I feel like cats wouldn't have snitched on me if I wasn't.
Yeah, your dope one. You know what I'm saying? It's fire, but it ain't that.
Wasn't worth that.
Nah, I used to go to Sam's and I would get the little value box, the Mars candy,
sure.
hustling.
For sure.
There's a Little Debbie outlet store because there's a Little Debbie factory where we grew up. And so it was
in Chattanooga?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
And so that's where I would go.
You had the Little Debbies before they got nasty.
Yeah. So you get all the ones that like weren't good enough for like the box and shit like that. So you're getting stuff.
Oh, them big boys. You're like, that's too big.
You're getting shit for like pennies. And then you take that's how. Also, I like how everyone in this room did not do shit in school except for hustle and lie their way through shit.
I ain't gonna lie. High school, I had good grades. High school, I was in that book.
You turned it off?
College, I was in that book to a certain point. Then something happened. And from that point on, I was terrible at school.
I was terrible. I had a 1.6 GPA when I graduated.
I was funny. Like, I remember being in Spanish class, and I learned the color blue, azul, and I would just do that like I was Soldier Boy, azul. And it got to the point to the teacher put me to the side. Shout out to Miss Garwood. Now, she's my coach's wife. Anna Garwood she's now Wallace. But
yeah,
it got to a point, she was like, look, I'll give you, and I would read books. She's like, if you finish this book, I'll pass you.
For real?
Cause just be quiet in my class. Because other kids want to learn Spanish. I was like, you got a deal.
Very good, very good.
I hustled my way out of that.
Yeah, man.
So you played basketball up until a point, and then you transition. Here's my basketball.
Football
was your shit.
Was the one I played the most until I ended on football.
Did you play in high school?
No, I ain't playing high school. I played up until I played rec ball up until 7th grade.
Why you stop?
Bro, I was about to try for the team one day, and then my dad was like, "Hey, bro, you know you haven't attempted to work out at any point before practice." Cause I sent him the permission slip to try out.
Yeah,
he was like, "You haven't done anything," so then I just didn't go.
He just ain't want to take you that day, cause that's the superpower of a child. I cannot do nothing for a long time, but I'm ready.
For sure.
That's what when you turn into adult, it turns to out of shape. Like a child is always in shape.
For sure, definitely.
That nigga just ain't gonna take you.
Maybe I don't know.
My pops ain't want to pay for basketball. I could play.
Yeah.
But I could not. He was like organized basketball. Nah, man, you better carry your ass to the park. It's free there.
Yeah.
And that's where I was relegated into high school. And then I got into high school. And so, like the Suicides, to play for my high school's basketball team, we had a thing called the commitment run. The commitment run is 30 laps for varsity, 20 laps for anything under that. So, you know what I'm saying? Most times, if you thought you was good enough, you would run the 30 laps. You ain't going to play for varsity, but it's in the thing. So, you run. But that's a lot of fucking laps. That's 5 miles. But it's under a certain amount of time you got to do it in. So, I made it through the commitment run, but also inside of this commitment, I had dreads. You had to cut your hair off to play the team. So, I made the team, and the dude was like, man, we see you still got your hair, man. So you got a position on the team, but come Monday, if your hair's still there, your position gone. So I cut my hair off. I'm not sad about it, but I lost all my hoes.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy that they made you cut your hair to play basketball, bro.
Yeah, I felt looking back, it's like that was racist.
For sure.
That was racist.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's
Guess what my coach name was?
What?
Coach Carter.
And that's a good place to end it, man. Full circle.
That's what it was.
What's the? Do you have something to shout out before we close this one out?
I ain't got shit going on because I don't know when we're gonna air this out, but I'll be somewhere in somebody's city coming this fall because I'm touring with Miss Pat. And go watch the Miss Pat show. Go stream all 10 episodes. Well, 20 episodes. First season and second season out. And man, people loving it. It's on BET Plus. Go stream it. If you don't like it, I mean, don't say nothing about it because I read the comments.
Stream that for sure. Big fun.